when you actually start hitting your first 6-figure month and you actually want to start hitting your first 7-figure month, the biggest thing to actually get you there is making sure you have the right leadership inside of your business. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is Dennis, and I partner with businesses to scale past 6-figure months, hit their first $500K per month. And I've done this in the past of managing a $700K per month team, going to 8-figure masterminds, and really learning throughout that process. And what I do want to share today is understanding and sharing with one of the offers right now that's doing around 180K per month. By the end of the year, doing around 250K and then scale to 500K per month by the end of next year. What's going on right now as we're bringing in leadership positions inside of the departments, right? So to be very specific, I'm going to share two main things. One, how to analyze and understand, is this person the right leader to be inside of this department? And or two, right, what is the right pay structure for this leader as well? So it kind of goes, sequential, and I'll kind of explain what that looks like and transparently talk about, what's really going on with everything that we're doing right now. Right. So just to let you know, with one of these offers that we're working with to bring up that leadership position, it is mainly for the fulfillment team. So really just coaching the clients and to be the head coach and handle only overseeing the coaches along with a little bit of operations as well. Right. And in this position, what's going on right now is we recently had that coach quit their job, right, and now going full time with coaching clients. And now they're asking to be in a leadership position. Now, this coach has been in the very beginning process when we were hitting 10 or 20K per month. So, obviously they've been there in that timeline. But what's really going on right now, this is the main question I like to analyze and ask is this person mainly here for the pay, right? And or are they here because they're passionate about what's really going on with the business and they feel aligned to actually just really want to coach and oversee that process because they love getting the client's results. And what's going on right now, and I've done this in the past, so I'm implementing this with this offer, is first what I like to do is going through a series of meetings, first to understand different hypothetical scenarios, to really test them to see, would you be patient enough to wait 6 months or a year to get this type of pay? Or what is the main reasons as to why you want to actually be in this position? How would you handle this in this scenario? And the hypothetical scenarios I like to put this kind of picture for them is, would you be willing to work weekends? Or would you be willing to work late evenings? Or would you have to step up in this position? Like, would you be the person to naturally do this? Right? And those things kind of just get kind of a feeler of, okay, this person is mainly just for the money. Like, what do they want? Or they are mainly in it because they're passionate about, coaching, or they're passionate about marketing if it's for a marketing department, or they're passionate about operations, or whatever that looks like, right? That's the first stage that I do. The second stage, what we're doing right now, is we're collecting data of what it would look like for them to oversee the actual coaches and how their day-to-day tasks would be. So now what we're doing is we're making sure that they're still coaching clients, but there's a 2 to 3 month buffer period where they're going to do this for free. Right? And the reason is because we want to see if this is a right fit. We're also testing them to see, well, are you doing this for free and are you okay with it because you're passionate about doing this? You can include a small base if you want to of 2 or 3K or 1,000 or whatever, depending if they're kind of more than 1,000, by the way, not the 2 to 3K, right? Depending on where they're at, based on, how much work they're putting in, you don't want to upset them, but it's really just understanding kind of that like mock 30 to 60, 90 day of understanding how they would be in that leadership position and overseeing that. And now, mainly what I want to go over is the actual pay structure. So what does a pay structure actually look like? Well, in this specific scenario, what I always like doing is giving the pay structure to be incentivized based on the end result that you want to get. So in this scenario, right, if it's the head coach and they're going to oversee all the coaching clients, you guys know me from my past videos. If you haven't watched it, feel free to, really look at what that looks like. I always focus from LTV, refunds, and referrals, right? So mainly the LTV, the most referrals, and the least amount of refunds, right? So what we're going to do after this buffer period is understanding what their base is going to be, and then understanding that there's going to be different tiers of those three variables to really get paid more. And the way I like doing it is doing more of like a percentage of the actual goal that we want to hit. So let's say that 100% is, a LTV, because it's a 2K offer of 2,500, right? So that's what we want the LTV to be. The refund rate is going to be, or the refund percentage is going to be 3%, and then the referral rate is 20% of the clients that each coach has refer somebody as well, right? Now, if that's the baseline, we're going to keep that 100%. And what I like doing is making sure that they get paid a base, and then there's different tiers. So it can be something along the lines of anywhere from 95, or let's say 90 to 100%, you get paid, your base plus this $500, bonus. And if it's 100%, right, then what you get paid is, 1,000. And then if it goes to above 110%, then you get paid, 1,500, and then so on and so forth. And the reason I like that structure, it's always going to be that structure for the end result that you want. And I like doing this for sales managers or sales directors as well, or even marketing, because it enforces and makes sure that they're incentivized for them to really hit the goal that you want as well, right? So honestly, where we're at in the process right now is really understanding, one, are they there for the money? Are they passionate about this? Now we're going through that mock trial, right? And then now we're collecting the data of how we're going to actually pay this, potential leader. Now, let me just give one bonus tip as well, is if they don't actually reach the goal of what we want from them, or they tend to not be the person that we want, totally fine. They can end up just being another, leadership, actual coach, not a leadership position. You always want to make sure that you have other people as well, right? Other people who are there to help. And that's what I always like doing, because you don't always want to bet on one person. You want to make sure that there's other people who are there who can actually step up to a leadership position. So hopefully those two things helped on how to actually figure out if this is the right type of leadership position, and also what the payment structure actually looks like. And the reason I share this is because a lot of times once you start hitting that first 100K per month, that's typically with having the right, marketing done and making sure you have a closer or two to close, those leads. But then after you start passing 100K per month, then you're hitting 200, then 300, then 500. You're going to be in a position where you really want to make sure that you have the right leadership positions available. And this is the type of way that I like understanding how to maneuver, not only how to seek out, but understanding, is this the right person? It's kind of like when you're making sure that you're hiring the right person for your team. You're doing the same thing for your business when they step up. So if you enjoy this, let me know if you have any questions, and on to the next one, guys.